everyone to our special segment on becoming an NWIAA chairperson in your area. Joining us today is Lauren McClendon from Houston, Texas.
Thank you, Jill. It's so great to be here.
My pleasure, Lauren. Now, I hear you have questions about creating a chapter under the NWIAA umbrella.
Yes, I do. I went on the NWIAA website and I was really impressed by all the work the organization is doing in its communities. It empowers youth and women by educating them and giving them a voice. And I would love to be a chairperson for a chapter in my community.
Great! Well, Lauren, becoming an NWIAA chairperson is a prestigious and impressive undertaking. So first things first, are you familiar with our history, mission, and vision?
Oh, absolutely. I'm such an advocate for female empowerment, so I was delighted to see that this organization strives to empower youth and women by educating them on how to live healthy lifestyles.
Yes, our goal is to educate this and the next generation on how to do business and develop healthy communities. I see you have your chapter manual with you.
Oh yes, I contacted the NWIAA and expressed interest in becoming a chairperson, and I received a lot of great information.
Excellent. As you see, a big portion of this manual covers our values and code of ethics.
Yes, NWIAA makes it very clear that this is an organization of class and professional integrity. So Jill, you've given me a lot of information and instructions on the history and learning the core values of the organization. What are the requirements for a chairperson?
Well, this is very important information. Everyone. In order to partner with NWIAA, you must fill out and sign the required paperwork. This includes confidentiality agreement, NWIAA Chapter Chairwoman Agreement, drug-free pledge, liability waiver, and manual acknowledgement. And finally, each chairperson is responsible for attaining resources such as grants, foundational support, and donations.
Jill, you made a mention about membership. Are there any requirements for members?
That's a great question. Yes, there are requirements for being an active member. It's essential that you attend 3 out of the 4 scheduled meetings, participate in a majority of your chapter's projects, and become active on at least 1 committee.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff to remember.
No problem. NWIAA has made it convenient for prospective chairpersons by providing a checklist, which is available upon request. And Letitia is going to walk us through this checklist.
Hi, I'm Letitia. So you've learned about the process on becoming a chairperson for NWIAA. Our organization has created a checklist to guide each chairperson to sustaining their chapter. There are 21 points that I'll be going over, so let's get started. Number 1, you will need to provide the following information regarding your main project: name of project and brief description of plans, date and proposed location of the project, and how many individuals you anticipate serving within your community. Number 2, do you wear your NWIAA t-shirt to different agricultural events? If yes, where have these events been hosted? And has your t-shirt initiated any inquiries about the NWIAA? Wearing NWIAA paraphernalia is a great way to build awareness and create conversation. Number 3, have you in the past, or plan to in the future, set up a vendor booth on behalf of NWIAA at other partner or community events? If yes, what events did you promote the proud pink of NWIAA? Number 4, have you hosted other fundraisers or charity events? If yes, estimate how many were in attendance. Number 5, briefly describe the different methods you use to promote NWIAA and associated outreach activities. Number 6, have you found these methods successful? What resources have you used to ensure the promotion of NWIAA? Now let's move on to the meeting criteria. Number 7, you will need to hold 4 mandatory outreach meetings per year, 1 meeting every quarter, i.e. every 3 months. You will need to provide the date, time, place, what USDA agents, agricultural colleges, and community partners will be involved in the outreach meeting. As a note, Please review the bylaws, rules, policies, procedures, and chapter outreach meeting guidelines within your chapter manual to ensure that you are following the requirements as set out by the NWIAA headquarters and are in full compliance as a chairwoman for your chapter of the NWIAA. With the resources that you receive under the NWIAA umbrella, 20% will go back to the organization. We pride ourselves on sharing what we have established since 1998 by assisting with Black farmers' land retention and through civil rights issues. Now we're reaching the section that covers paperwork, grants, and forms. Number 8. You will need to provide copies of any and all partnership letters. If you cannot obtain a copy of a partnership letter, please do not consider that entity a partner. You may send in the name and contact information of the individual or organization you are working with as a partner entity. Number 9. Please provide the NWIAA's letterhead and membership forms, which may be accessed after completion of checklist. We ask that if you do not have a proofreader, for example, a college graduate with a high level of reading or writing comprehension to proofread your work, please do not send out anything on NWIAA's letterhead or under its name. We have worked extremely hard to build a professional reputation and refuse to not be regarded as sound and professional. Number 10. Be sure to procure a grant writer. List his or her name, credentials, and contact information. Without a grant writer, you will not be able to receive resources for your chapter. We're living in an age of technology, so it's important that each chairperson have basic communication and computer skills. Number 11. Chairwomen must have basic computer skills to communicate via email or have a primary person designated to communicate on his or her behalf. If you remember earlier, Jill mentioned the paperwork that can be found for each chairperson in your chapter manual. Number 12. You must provide a copy of the sponsorship form distributed throughout your community. Number 13. Please provide all banking statements associated with your chapter of the NWIAA. Number 14. Please provide all tax filings of any business operations associated with your chapter of the NWIAA. Number 15. Be sure to provide all correspondence as per required by the chapter outreach meeting guidelines. Number 16. If you have any information or events you would like included in the NWIAA newsletter, you must submit your request to headquarters by the first day of every month in order to be included in the upcoming newsletter. Number 17. The Chairwoman Chapter Manual. Review it, sign and date all required documents, which include the agreement, pledge, acknowledgement, and waiver, and return them to the NWIAA headquarters. All paperwork and forms can be sent via mail or email to our headquarters. Number 18. Provide the requested documents that are found at the end of the chapter manual. Number 19. Please provide a bio and headshot for the NWIAA website. Number 20. Provide notes on the demographics of your chapter's county. This would include poverty rates, minority population, particularly focusing on area farmers and agricultural employees. It's a joy for us to serve the underprivileged youth and minority women. Demographics such as poverty rates and minority populations play an important role in how we operate. So please research your county's demographics to make sure that it's pragmatic to create a chapter in your community. And finally, number 21. Provide a list of officers, including names and contact info of your chapter and/or of your chapter's organizational structure. Once you have completed all of the items shown on the above checklist, you may send your t-shirt request into the NWIAA headquarters. We will connect you with the NWIAA's t-shirt vendor. The chairwoman will be responsible for ordering the t-shirts directly from the vendor by email. Follow up with a telephone call with the vendor and copy the NWIAA headquarters team on the email. So if you feel that you're capable and equipped to become an NWIAA chairperson, please don't hesitate to reach out by phone, mail, or email. You can find more information at www.nwIAA.org. Thank you and have a wonderful day.